Welcome, my friends. What immense joy it is to embark on this transformative journey together in our course, Kabbalistic Tree of Life. I am Rica Mente, and in this inaugural lesson, I've prepared a special overview, a panoramic view of this fascinating map that unveils the mysteries of creation and our own soul. Imagine if there were a map that guided us through the labyrinths of the soul, revealing the paths to fulfillment, connection with the divine, and understanding the mysteries of the universe. Well, this map exists, and it's called the Tree of Life. Throughout the course, we will explore each Sephirot, each sphere of energy, uncovering its secrets and learning how to apply this ancient wisdom in our lives. But today, I've prepared a special overview of the entire tree, so you can have a clear vision of the journey we will undertake together. The Tree of Life is like a mirror reflecting the structure of the cosmos, the universe, and also our inner being. Through it, we can understand the patterns that govern life, the forces that shape our destiny, and the paths that lead to spiritual fulfillment and self-knowledge. Imagine each Sephirot as a room in a cosmic mansion. Each of these rooms contains specific lessons, unique energies, and keys to unlock different aspects of our potential. Throughout our journey, we will visit each of these rooms, absorbing their wisdom and learning to integrate their energies into our lives. Throughout the lessons, we will unravel the mysteries of each Sephirot, from the root in Malkuth, the material world, to the crown in Keter, the dwelling of the divine. Get ready for ancient and timeless knowledge that has been hidden from us, where reason intertwines with intuition, practice merges with spirituality, and the quest for self-knowledge becomes an exciting and transformative journey. Remember that Kabbalah is not just a set of theoretical teachings. It is a living, pulsating wisdom that comes to life through our practice and experience. Each concept we learn here has the potential to profoundly transform our lives, elevate us to higher levels of consciousness, and connect us with the divine source of creation. So, open your hearts and minds. Prepare for a journey that will challenge your perceptions, expand your consciousness, and reveal deep truths about the nature of reality and your own being. Let's uncover the secrets of the Tree of Life together and discover the infinite power that resides within each of us. My friends, before we delve into the fascinating world of the Tree of Life, we need to understand the source of this ancient wisdom, Kabbalah. The word Kabbalah means to receive, and this is the central point of this millennial tradition, to receive divine wisdom and transmit it to the world. Imagine a secret knowledge passed from master to disciple for centuries, revealing the mysteries of creation, the nature of the divine, and the purpose of our existence. That's what we're talking about. But make no mistake, Kabbalah is not a religion. It is a set of teachings and practices that transcend dogmas and beliefs. It's like a manual of instructions for the universe, helping us decipher the codes of life and manifest our maximum potential. Think of Kabbalah as both a spiritual microscope and a cosmic telescope. With it, we can observe the tiniest particles of our existence, our thoughts, emotions, and actions, while simultaneously contemplating the vast galaxies of divine purpose and the structure of the universe. And how was this wisdom transmitted? Through sacred texts like the Zohar, one of the most important books of Kabbalah, which reveals the essence of the Torah, and the Sefer Yetzirah, the Book of Formation, which describes the creation of the universe through Hebrew letters. These texts are like portals opening to higher dimensions of consciousness, revealing the secret language of the universe and the interconnection between all things. Imagine each Hebrew letter as a key that opens a different door in the mansion of divine knowledge. By learning to read these keys, we gain access to rooms of wisdom that have been locked for millennia. But you might be wondering, how does this ancient wisdom apply to my life today? Kabbalah teaches us that reality is not just what we see, but a complex system of interconnected energies, and we have the power to influence these energies through our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's as if we have infinite power dormant within us, waiting to be awakened. Imagine your life as a garden. Kabbalah teaches us not only to identify each plant in this garden, our thoughts, emotions, relationships, but also how to nurture them, prune them when necessary, and even how to plant new seeds of possibilities. For example, when we face challenges in our lives, Kabbalah offers tools to understand the spiritual root of these challenges. It shows us how our actions and thoughts create ripples in the fabric of reality, and how we can adjust these ripples to create harmony and abundance. Additionally, Kabbalah teaches us about the nature of the soul and its journey through multiple lives. It helps us understand why we are here, what our unique purpose is, and how we can fulfill our mission in this life. In practice, this means we can use Kabbalistic teachings to improve our relationships, increase our prosperity, deepen our spiritual connection, and even heal physical and emotional ailments. For instance, through the study of the Sephirot, which we will explore in detail later, we learn to balance different aspects of our personality. We can learn to temper the severity of Gevurah with the mercy of Chesed, finding the perfect balance in our interactions with others and with ourselves. Moreover, by understanding the concept of tikkun, the idea that we came to this world to correct and elevate our soul and the world around us, we gain a new perspective on our challenges. They cease to be mere obstacles and become opportunities for growth and spiritual evolution. Kabbalah also offers powerful practices, such as meditation on Hebrew letters, recitation of sacred names, and visualization of the Tree of Life. These practices are not mere empty rituals, but proven tools to expand our consciousness and connect with higher levels of reality. So, my friends, when we immerse ourselves in the study of Kabbalah, we are not just acquiring intellectual knowledge, we are embarking on a journey of profound transformation, which has the potential to revolutionize every aspect of our lives. Prepare to awaken the inner magician that exists within each of you. For this is what Kabbalah offers us, the keys to unlock our divine potential and co-create our reality in harmony with the cosmic plan. But where did this powerful structure, this map of the soul called the Tree of Life, originate? My friends, the origin of the Tree of Life is lost in the mists of time, shrouded in mystery and symbolism. Some scholars believe it originated in ancient Egypt, while others claim its source dates back to Mesopotamia, the cradle of ancient civilizations. But for Kabbalah, the Tree of Life is not a human invention. It is a reflection of the very structure of creation, a divine code revealed to the sages of old. Imagine the Tree of Life as an X-ray of the mind of God, or the divinity you believe in, revealing the creative process of the universe, from the first divine breath to the formation of the material world. This is precisely the proposition of Kabbalah. Let's take a journey back in time. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in an ancient cave illuminated only by the flickering light of a torch. On the walls of this cave, we see mysterious drawings, circles interconnected by lines forming a complex and beautiful pattern. These drawings, made thousands of years ago, are the first glimpses of the Tree of Life. Now let's move forward in time. We are in ancient Egypt, where priests guarded deep secrets about the nature of reality. In their temples we find hieroglyphs that speak of a celestial tree, whose fruits confer immortality and divine wisdom. It's not hard to see the similarities with our Tree of Life, is it? Jumping forward a few more centuries, we arrive in ancient Babylon. Here, priest astrologers map the night sky, tracing connections between the stars and human destiny. Their celestial maps, with lines connecting different celestial bodies, bear a remarkable resemblance to the structure of the Tree of Life. But it is in the Sefer Yetzirah, the Book of Formation, one of the oldest and most enigmatic texts of Kabbalah, that we find the description of the creation of the universe through Hebrew letters, which are like energetic bricks that form reality. Imagine the divine as a cosmic artist, using Hebrew letters as a brush, creating reality with each stroke. Each letter is not just a symbol, but a vibrational frequency, an expression of divine energy. And the Tree of Life? It is the canvas upon which this cosmic masterpiece is painted. These teachings show us that the Tree of Life is not just a static diagram, but a dynamic system, constantly in motion, pulsating with the creative energy of the universe. It's as if each Sephirot were a musical instrument, vibrating at a specific frequency, and the tree of life, the complete orchestra, playing the symphony of creation. But don't think that the tree of life is just an abstract concept, distant from our everyday reality. No, my friends, it is a living, pulsating map that manifests on all levels of existence. See, for example, how the structure of the tree is reflected in the human body. Keter, the crown, corresponds to the top of the head, the point of connection with the divine. Chokhmah and Binah, wisdom and understanding, are like the two hemispheres of the brain. Tiferet, beauty and harmony, resides in the heart. And Malkuth, the physical realm, manifests in our feet, our connection to the earth. And it doesn't stop there. The tree of life also manifests in our daily lives, in our relationships, in our decisions and actions. Every time we balance compassion with discipline, every time we turn a challenge into an opportunity for growth, we are experiencing the principles of the tree of life. So when we study the tree of life, we are not just learning about an ancient concept, we are unraveling the secrets of existence itself, learning to read the source code of the universe. And the most amazing part? This knowledge is not reserved only for sages and mystics. It is available to each of us, waiting to be discovered and applied in our lives. Throughout this course, we will learn not only to understand the tree of life, but to live it, to incorporate its principles into every aspect of our existence. Now that we know Kabbalah and the origin of the tree of life, let's unravel the structure of this fascinating map in more detail. Imagine a diagram formed by 10 luminous spheres, interconnected by 22 paths, like a cosmic circulatory system through which the vital energy of the universe flows. This is how we can visualize the tree of life. Each sphere, my friends, is called a Sephirot, a Hebrew word meaning sphere or number. They represent different levels of manifestation of the divine, from the purest and most abstract to the densest and most material. But before we dive into each individual Sephirot, let's understand the general structure of the tree. It is divided into 3 vertical pillars and 4 horizontal levels, each with its deep meaning. The 3 pillars are: the left pillar or pillar of severity, represents strength, discipline, and judgment. It is the pillar of feminine energy, the receptive side. The right pillar or pillar of mercy symbolizes expansion, kindness, and compassion. It is the pillar of masculine energy, the active side. The central pillar or pillar of balance harmonizes the opposing forces, integrating severity and mercy. It is the middle path of balanced consciousness. The 4 levels are the world of emanation or Atziluth, the highest realm where divine energy begins to manifest, the world of creation or Bria, where divine ideas begin to take form, the world of formation or Yetzirah, where forms become more defined and emotions arise, the world of action or Asiya, the physical world where energies manifest in a concrete form. Now let's briefly explore each Sephirot, starting from the base of the tree, Malkuth or kingdom. It is the material world, our starting point in this journey. It represents our physical reality, our body, and the tangible world around us. Yesod or foundation. It is the sphere of the soul's foundations, where we access the power of imagination and intuition. It is the realm of the subconscious and dreams. Hod or splendor, the sphere of reason and communication. Here we develop intellect, logic, and the ability to express ideas. Netzach or victory, the sphere of emotions, creativity, and willpower. It represents our ability to overcome obstacles and persevere. Tiferet or beauty, the heart of the tree where opposing forces balance. It symbolizes harmony, compassion, and unconditional love. Gevurah or severity, the sphere of justice and discipline. Here we learn to set boundaries and act with integrity. Chesed or mercy, the sphere of goodness and generosity. It represents our ability to love without limits and to forgive. Binah or understanding, the heavenly mother, where we access deep comprehension and divine intelligence that organizes creation. Chokhmah or wisdom, the heavenly father, the source of inspiration and intuitive wisdom. It represents the primordial creative impulse. Keter or crown, the highest point of the tree, where duality dissolves into unity. It represents the divine source of all existence. But the tree of life is not just a set of isolated spheres. The 22 paths that connect them are equally important. Each path corresponds to a letter of the Hebrew alphabet and represents a specific experience or lesson in our spiritual journey. Each of these paths is a bridge between different states of consciousness, an opportunity for growth and transformation. Throughout the course, we will explore not only the Sephirot, but also these paths, unraveling the secrets they hold and learning how to navigate this cosmic web of energy and consciousness. My friends, the Tree of Life is much more than a diagram. It is a living map of consciousness, a mirror of the cosmos, and a guide for our spiritual evolution. Every time we meditate on it, every time we apply its teachings in our lives, we are tuning our frequency with the harmony of the universe, awakening our divine potential, and co-creating our reality in a conscious and powerful way. Now let's dive even deeper into the profound meaning of each sphere in the Tree of Life. Each Sephirot, as we've seen, represents a divine attribute, a facet of the Creator's manifestation in the universe and within ourselves. But do not see them as separate entities, rather, consider them as different levels of consciousness, like rooms within our own being, each with its specific characteristics and teachings. Each Sephirot is a portal to a different dimension of experience and understanding. Throughout the course, we will explore each Sephirot in detail, but today, I want you to start feeling the vibrant energy that emanates from each sphere. Let's take a meditative journey through the tree, connecting with the essence of each Sephirot. We begin with Malkuth, the kingdom. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in a beautiful garden with bare feet touching the fertile earth. Feel the solidity of the ground beneath your feet, the richness of life around you. Malkuth invites us to appreciate the beauty and richness of the material world, to find the divine spark in every detail of creation. It is the starting point of our journey, where we learn to deal with the challenges and opportunities of the physical plane. Malkuth teaches us the importance of presence, gratitude, and connection with our body and nature. Here we learn to manifest our intentions on the physical plane, to care for our bodily temple, and to honor the earth that sustains us. Ascending to Yesod, the sphere of foundations, we feel a subtle shift. The physical world begins to dissolve, and we enter the realm of dreams and imagination. Yesod is like a mirror of water, reflecting the energies of higher worlds onto the material plane. Here we access the power of imagination, the ability to materialize our dreams and connect with our intuition. Yesod teaches us about the cycles of life, the rhythms of nature, and our own cyclical nature. It is here that we begin to build a solid foundation for our spiritual ascent, learning to trust our inner voice and navigate the world of symbols and archetypes. In Hod, the sphere of reason, the environment becomes more structured. Imagine yourself in a vast library surrounded by ancient and modern books. Here we develop discernment, the ability to analyze, organize, and communicate our ideas. It is the sphere of intellect, study, and the pursuit of knowledge. Hod teaches us the importance of mental clarity, effective communication, and intellectual understanding of life's mysteries. Here we learn to use the power of words to formulate deep questions and to seek answers that expand our understanding of the universe. Moving to Netzach, the sphere of victory, we feel an explosion of energy and passion. Imagine yourself on top of a mountain with a vast horizon before you. Netzach drives us to overcome obstacles, to fight for our dreams with courage and determination. It is the sphere of inner strength, persistence, and overcoming. Netzach teaches us about the power of love, beauty, and creativity. Here we learn to channel our emotions constructively, to find inspiration in art and nature, and to persevere in the face of adversity. At the center of the tree we find Tiferet, the sphere of beauty and harmony. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light, feeling a deep sense of peace and balance. Tiferet balances opposing forces, integrating reason and emotion, action, and receptivity. It is the sphere of unconditional love, compassion, and healing. Sephirot teaches us about the importance of balance in all areas of life. Here we learn to integrate the seemingly contradictory aspects of our personality, to find beauty even in challenging situations, and to radiate love and compassion to all beings. Ascending to Gevura, the sphere of justice, the environment becomes more austere. Imagine yourself before a wise and just judge. Gevura invites us to set boundaries, to uphold our values, and to act courageously in the face of what is not in harmony with the light. It is the sphere of discipline, moral strength, and integrity. Gevura teaches us about the importance of discernment, self-discipline, and moral courage. Here we learn to say no when necessary, to establish healthy boundaries in our relationships, and to act with integrity even in challenging situations. In Resed, the sphere of kindness, the environment softens again. Imagine yourself in a vast field of flowers, feeling enveloped by unconditional love. Resed teaches us to love without limits, to forgive, to welcome, and to give of ourselves without expecting anything in return. It is the sphere of generosity, compassion, and mercy. Resed shows us the transformative power of unconditional love and generosity. Here, we learn to expand our hearts, to see the divinity in all beings, and to cultivate an attitude of gratitude and abundance. Ascending to the realm of wisdom, we find Bina, the sphere of deep understanding. Imagine yourself before a vast ocean at night, reflecting the stars. Bina allows us to access the divine mind, the universal intelligence that organizes and sustains all creation. It is the sphere of ancestral wisdom and connection with the all. Bina teaches us about the hidden patterns that govern the universe, the cyclical nature of life and death, and the interconnectedness of all things. Here we develop our deep intuition and our ability to see beyond appearances, understanding the cosmic laws that govern existence. The Sephirot of Chokhmah, the sphere of intuitive wisdom, connects us with the source of creativity, inspiration, and intuition. Imagine yourself at the center of a forming galaxy, witnessing the birth of stars and planets. It is the sphere of insights, revelations, and wisdom that transcends rational logic. Chokhmah teaches us about the power of divine creativity, the dynamic and ever-changing nature of the universe. Here we learn to trust our intuition, to open ourselves to revolutionary insights, and to align with the creative flow of the cosmos. And finally, we reach Keter, the sphere of the crown, the dwelling of the divine. Imagine yourself enveloped by pure white light, so bright that it dissolves all forms. In Keter, duality dissolves into unity, and the soul merges with the infinite light. It is the sphere of spiritual realization, union with the all, and the experience of absolute truth. Keter teaches us about our true divine nature, the fundamental unity of all existence. Here we transcend all limitations and experience our direct connection with the source of all life. Did you perceive the richness of each Sephirot? Each one is a world in itself, an aspect of divine consciousness that we can explore and integrate into our lives. Throughout the course, we will delve into each of them, unraveling their mysteries and learning how to apply their teachings in our lives. The beauty of the Tree of Life is that it is not just a static map, but a dynamic system that reflects our own process of growth and evolution. As we work with each Sephirot, we are actually awakening and integrating different aspects of our own consciousness, becoming more complete beings aligned with our divine purpose. Remember that each of you is a unique expression of divine consciousness, with unlimited potential for growth and fulfillment. The Tree of Life is the map that guides us on this journey of self-discovery and transformation. May we, together, explore each branch of this sacred tree and harvest the fruits of the eternal wisdom it offers. Friends, throughout our journey through the Tree of Life, we will navigate an ocean of ancient wisdom, and for that, we need reliable maps to guide us. And what are these maps? The sacred texts of Kabbalah. Just as an experienced navigator is guided by the stars, we will guide ourselves by the teachings contained in millenary books. which reveal the secrets of the Tree of Life and its profound meanings. Let's explore these sacred texts more deeply and understand how they relate to our study of the Tree of Life. One of the most important texts we will consult is the Zohar, considered the fundamental work of Kabbalah. Imagine a book written in Aramaic, with over 2 million words, that unveils the mysteries of the Torah and the creation of the universe. It's like an encyclopedia of the soul, revealing the divine secret language and the codes that connect all things. When we study the Zohar in relation to the Tree of Life, we find that each Sephirot is described in detail, revealing its unique qualities, its associated divine names, and how they interact with each other. For example, the Zohar describes Sephirot as the sun of the tree, radiating light and harmony to all other Sephirot. Another essential book is the Sefer Yetzirah, the Book of Formation, which describes the creation of the universe through Hebrew letters as if they were energetic bricks forming reality. It is in this text that we find the oldest description of the Tree of Life and its different levels of manifestation. The Sefer Yetzirah teaches us that the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, along with the 10 numbers or Sephirot, form the 32 paths of wisdom. Each letter and number has a specific vibration that shapes reality. By studying this text, we learn to use the creative power of letters and numbers to manifest changes in our lives and the world around us. In addition to these, we will draw from other sacred texts, such as the Torah, the Christian Bible, the Talmud, and the writings of great Kabbalistic masters. The Torah, known by many as the first 5 books of the Bible, is actually a mystical code that, when deciphered through the lenses of Kabbalah, reveals deep secrets about the nature of reality and our role in it. Each story, each character in the Torah, corresponds to an aspect of the Tree of Life and teaches us important lessons about our spiritual journey. For example, the story of Abraham can be seen as a journey through the Sephirot, from Malkuth, his initial mundane life, to Keter, his final communion with the divine. Each challenge he faces corresponds to a different Sephirah, teaching us how to navigate these levels of consciousness in our own lives. As for the writings of the great Kabbalistic masters, they are like detailed maps that guide us through the complexity of the Tree of Life. Isaac Luria, for example, revolutionized the study of Kabbalah with his theory of Tzimtzum, divine contraction, which explains how the infinite created space for the finite to exist. This theory helps us understand the dynamics between the higher and lower Sephirot. Moses Cordovero, in his work Pardes Rimonim, Orchard of Pomegranates, offers a detailed analysis of each Sephirah and the paths that connect them. He teaches us how to meditate on each aspect of the tree to awaken their corresponding qualities within ourselves. But do not think that these texts, due to their complexity, are reserved only for scholars and initiates. The beauty of Kabbalah is that its teachings are timeless and universal, and can be understood by anyone who sincerely dedicates themselves to the search for truth. Throughout the course, I will translate for you the symbolic language of these texts, connecting the ancestral teachings with the reality of daily life, so that you can apply this ancient wisdom in your lives and manifest your full potential. Remember that each of these texts is like a different facet of a precious diamond. Each reflects the light of divine wisdom in a unique way. By studying them together, we gain a more complete and profound understanding of the Tree of Life and our place in the cosmos. And most importantly, these texts are not just to be read, but to be lived. Each teaching is an invitation to direct experience, to personal transformation. As we dive into these sacred texts, we are not just acquiring knowledge, but becoming living channels for the divine wisdom they contain. Now we reach a crucial point in this lesson, defining the north of our compass, the star that will guide our steps in this deep course on the Tree of Life. What treasures do you seek to uncover? What transformations do you wish to manifest in your lives? My purpose throughout this course is that we will not only be accumulating information, but experiencing a journey of self-discovery and consciousness expansion. The Tree of Life is not a passive object of study, but a living, pulsating map, that invites us to actively participate in the symphony of creation. And what will we be able to assimilate on this journey? 1. Unveil the mysteries of the Tree of Life. We will explore each Sephirot in detail, unraveling its symbols, archetypes, and practical teachings, so you can apply this ancient wisdom to your challenges and achievements. Imagine being able to navigate life with a detailed map of your own psyche, understanding the forces that shape your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The Tree of Life is exactly that, a mirror of your soul, reflecting all aspects of your being, from the most mundane to the most divine. For example, when you feel overwhelmed by daily responsibilities, you will know that you are too rooted in Malkuth and need to elevate your consciousness to Sephirot, the center of balance. Or when struggling with difficult decisions, you can invoke the energy of Binah for clarity and discernment. 2. Awaken inner power and manifest your dreams. Kabbalah teaches us that we are co-creators of our reality, and the Tree of Life is the map that guides us in this process of manifestation. We will learn to use the energy of each Sephirot to attract prosperity, health, harmonious relationships, and realize our maximum potential. Imagine being able to consciously tune into the energy of each Sephirot to manifest positive changes in your lives. When you need strength and courage, you can invoke the energy of Gevurah. When you want to expand your creativity, you can connect with Chokmah. The Tree of Life will become your spiritual toolbox, always at hand to help you shape your reality. 3. Connect with divine wisdom and find life purpose. The search for the meaning of life is inherent to humans, and the Tree of Life offers us a map to find our place in the universe, our mission, and the path to spiritual fulfillment. Through the study of the Tree of Life, you will learn to recognize divine patterns in your lives, to decipher the messages the universe is constantly sending. Each Sephirot represents a different aspect of your divine purpose, and by integrating all of them, you will discover your unique mission in this life. For example, by meditating on Keter, the crown, you may glimpse your higher self, your connection with the divine. This will give you a higher perspective on your challenges and aspirations, helping you align your actions with your greater purpose. 4. Develop practical skills in meditation and visualization. Kabbalah is not just theory but a living practice. We will learn powerful techniques of meditation, visualization, and energy channeling based on the teachings of the Tree of Life. You will learn to ascend and descend the tree in meditation, experiencing the unique energies of each Sephirot. You will practice visualizing the divine names associated with each sphere, using them as mantras to elevate your consciousness. You will develop the ability to perceive and manipulate the subtle energies flowing through the tree's paths. 5. Transform challenges into opportunities for growth. The Tree of Life teaches us that every obstacle is a disguised opportunity. We will learn to reinterpret our experiences in light of this knowledge, transforming pain into growth, fear into courage, and limitation into expansion. For example, when facing a difficult conflict, you can see it as an opportunity to integrate the opposing energies of Chesed, love, and Gevurah, justice, finding a solution that is both compassionate and just. 6. Become a channel for divine light. Finally, the highest goal of this course is to help you become pure channels for divine light, more fully manifesting your divine nature in the world. As you integrate the teachings of the Tree of Life, you will become more finely tuned instruments for the expression of divine will. Your actions, words, and thoughts will increasingly align with the flow of creation, allowing you to be true co-creators with the divine, bringing more light, love, and harmony to the world. My friends, these objectives are not just goals to be achieved, but seeds of transformation that we will plant together throughout this course. Each lesson, each meditation, each insight you have will be a step on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual evolution. Remember, the Tree of Life is not just a concept to be studied, but a living reality to be experienced. As we embark on this journey together, each of you will become a living Tree of Life, rooted in the earth of Malkuth, with branches extending to the heavens of Keter, channeling divine light to illuminate and transform the world around you. My dear friends, we have reached the end of this first lesson, but in truth, we are just at the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Today, we took the first steps in exploring the Tree of Life, this cosmic map that reveals the secrets of creation and the path to our own spiritual evolution. What we shared today is just the tip of the iceberg. The Tree of Life is a universe in itself, a bottomless well of wisdom and transformation. Each lesson will be a new adventure, an opportunity to expand our consciousness and draw closer to our true divine nature. As we progress through the course, you will discover that the Tree of Life is not just an abstract concept, but a living reality that pulses within each of us. Each Sephirot is an aspect of your own being, waiting to be awakened and integrated. Imagine yourselves as divine seeds planted in the fertile soil of Malkuth. Throughout this course, you will germinate, grow, and bloom, extending your branches through all the Sephirot until you reach the radiant light of Keter. And in this process, you will not only transform, but also become agents of transformation in the world around you. You are not studying the Tree of Life. You are the Tree of Life. Every insight, every meditation, every act of kindness and compassion is a living expression of this ancient wisdom. So reflect on what we have learned, meditate on the image of the Tree of Life, and allow this wisdom to begin working within you. May the light of the Sephirot illuminate your paths, may the wisdom of Kabbalah guide your steps, and may the infinite love of the divine fill your hearts. To continue this journey together, I extend a special invitation. Click the link in the video description and follow my profile on Instagram. If you wish to contribute to the channel and the production of more content, consider making a donation of any amount through the Ko-Fi platform link, also in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Rica Mente channel to receive notifications of upcoming videos. Share this video with your loved ones who can benefit from these teachings. Comment below your opinion about this video and whether it was useful for you. A big hug to each of you. Stay in the light and see you in the next video.